All right. We are live as promised, a couple of minutes late, but we are going to go over our mid-season baseball review. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Mets and just baseball, the majors in general. And we're going to talk about, have a couple of questions for you guys. Well, 3 questions for you guys that we'll all answer and whatever. So we'll get into it. Now, the Mets, they're in first place. They're at the All-Star break with what is it? A 3.5 game lead of the Phillies. They're the only team above 500. The Mets,
7 games above.
yes, thank you. So they're 7 games above. They got a 3.5 game lead. So I mean, look, we've talked about this on other streams. The fact of the amount of injuries that they've had from the beginning of the season. You got other key guys that haven't even come back yet. We wouldn't even know when the hell is Carlos Carrasco going to come back. I mean, at least start. Start his first game. They're saying that he's doing good. He's due for a rehab start or something like that. And then hopefully he might start a game this month, like the end of the month after the break.
Syndergaard is what, September?
September, if that. We don't know. They're saying that he's doing okay. He's been throwing and, he's resumed some baseball activity, but, we don't know.
He's a free agent after this year, right?
Yeah, this is Syndergaard's last year. Yeah. So I don't know if we're
probably not going to wind up signing him again.
I don't see why
I don't want to lose him, but
no, I don't want to lose him either. Yeah. I don't. It sucks, but at the same time, I don't know.
I want to see what happened to Wheeler happen to him. Because that's what will happen.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of people do.
Wheeler still sucks anyway.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Wheeler's fucking awesome, dude.
Wheeler's one of the best pitchers in baseball right now.
Do I follow the Phillies?
Zach Wheeler is one of the best. He's pretty much the only bright spot of the Phillies team. They've got some. Don't get me wrong, they got some good young players, but right now Zach Wheeler is doing it all. And I think he. I have his stats here somewhere, but I know he leads one category. I have it written down. He doesn't lead it, but he has 145 strikeouts, which is third in the majors. And his ERA is low. I think it's like 2 something.
Yeah.
And he's almost up there in wins as well. So, no, Zach Wheeler's actually having a really good year. But, other than that, look, we know about the Mets injury, so I don't want to go too much into that.
Wait a second. Why would you want to get rid of Syndergaard if what you're looking at is a 3-man rotation right now?
I don't. No. If it was up to me.
I'm saying if it's the Mets, if it's up to Steve Cohen, you're sitting there as the owner, and you're looking at Sandy Alderson and going, I got a 3-man rotation. Why would you not want to re-sign Syndergaard?
Right.
Yeah, at this point, you literally have. You're right, because you have Peterson's out, right? Yeah. Carrasco's out because he hasn't come back yet. We don't know when he is or what he's going to be when he does.
That was a great fucking pickup.
What about Stroman? Still, he's okay, right?
Stroman's fine. Stroman's fine.
Stroman's a little shaky here and there every now and then,
but right now you got obviously DeGrom at the top. You got Taijuan Walker, and then of course you got Stroman. But
that's what you got.
What?
That's what you got. Then everything else is
everything else is
starting. This guy 2 innings, this guy 3 innings. A guy's got a shutout going through 4, and he takes him out before the 5th.
Yeah.
Then he leaves another guy in and gives up 9,000 home runs. No, it actually was the same guy. It was Eichhoff.
Yeah,
Eichhoff. Takes him out. He takes him out of one game in the 4th inning with a lead and a shutout going, and then he leaves him in the next game. He gives up 5 fucking homers. I'm gonna keep him in for 6.
Yeah. I don't know what is on Rojas's brain.
He's a moron.
He does make questionable.
Literally, the last time me and Joey did a batter's box without you, I even said to Joey, I said, could we look at this as Luis Rojas getting manager of the year for what shit he has?
Well, that's what everybody.
Now I'm looking at it as I'm going like, how the fuck does this guy still got a fucking job?
He's still going to have a job. Yeah, guess what? He'll probably.
I hate to tell you, no, honestly, James, if they get knocked out of the playoffs early, I don't think Luis Rojas is going to have a job next year.
Well, that's different. Yeah, but I'm saying
because
if they make the playoffs, they probably will.
His decision making is very questionable.
Yeah, I agree.
Even yesterday's game, he started Brandon Loop for 2 innings. What the hell is he?
Brandon Loop. Aaron Loop.
Aaron Loop. Brandon, Aaron. I know his name is Loop.
You're thinking of Looper. You're thinking of Braden Looper.
Yeah. Braden Looper. Yeah, that fucking guy. No, but Aaron Loop comes in for 2 innings, and then why are you putting him in? He's your middle reliever. Why are you starting him for 2 fucking innings?
Because
that's
they've
the
been
thing that they do.
because they've had this big stretch of double headers that they're making up, and they're low on pitchers. What are you going to do?
They did it with Castro, right? I think.
Yeah, they got Miguel Castro started a couple of innings. They've been dropping people back, up and down from the minors because they needed to clear some spots for the batters that are coming back from being off the injured list. Seth Lugo's back finally. Lugo's been back and he's been doing really good. I can't say anything. Look, I really honestly cannot say anything bad about this bullpen. It's really mostly about Roas's decision making, and when he decides to put them in. And I
wish he just stops putting Diaz in a fucking tie game.
We were talking about this.
Well, that's another good point.
Game. You do not put your closer in a tie fucking game.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
He keeps fucking doing it every time it's a tie game and whatever, the 9th inning, the 7th inning, whatever inning it is to end the game. And especially in a tie game where if it's extra, it won't be extra innings yet, but he'll go in there and then he'll start walking guys. He'll start giving up stupid hits, bad pitch selection. No, the guy's your fucking closer. You put him in a winning situation. You don't put him in a fucking tie game.
Yeah, I agree. But for the most part, though, this year he's been lights out. He's been great. Diaz.
Yeah, well, when he's got a save opportunity, that's me and Matt.
With a save opportunity, he looks fucking phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. But when I
believe only got 2 blown saves. I think he's got.
But when you put a guy in a fucking situation where he's
it's not
when you don't need him,
you got a 1-2 run lead. That's his job. He ain't there to protect the tie. He's there to fucking win the game at the end.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, except for the last game against the Pirates where he blew the save. But other than that,
what are you gonna do?
Other than that, like I said, 19 saves out of 21 save opportunities. That's not bad. He's got 2 blown saves. Yeah. That's it.
He's been great this year.
He's been one of the most solid guys in your bullpen. Other than, and I did not realize this until his stats. No, actually, it's Aaron Loop. Aaron Loop is one of their main. Aaron Loop, his
setup. Yeah,
his ERA is 1.61. That's what his ERA is this year so far. So and that was, I guess, that was their.
And in the beginning of the year, he looked even a little shaky.
No, he was shaky in the beginning of the year, and he's also got 2 blown saves. Aaron Loop, despite his 1.61 ERA, he's 0 for 2 in save opportunities when they just, when they tried using him.
Right.
That one being, I think, in that first game, right? Wasn't it the first game where he had the bases loaded? He came in or something like that.
Yeah.
So right now, as it stands, their bullpen, none of their ERAs are over 4. The highest ERA, I believe, belongs to Familia, yes, which is no. I'm sorry, Castro. Castro's got the highest ERA of 3.86. But when you got a full bullpen,
even bad. Yeah.
When you got a full bullpen of an ERA under 4, that's pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah.
And then you got a couple of guys that are in the 2s. I mean, granted, Lugo doesn't have that many games because he just came back from from the injured list.
And technically, he's really that closer too, Lugo, right?
No, Lugo. Lugo was they used him as a starter.
Yeah, I remember when he was a starter. Yeah.
Lugo was more of a long relief pitcher now, or possibly the guy that comes in before the setup. Right. I would, try to get like 2 innings out of him.
Like a middle relief. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Drew Smith, which actually he's got a 2.92 ERA. Drew Smith's another guy. Granted, he's only He's only been in 19 games. He's got a 3-1 3-1 record, but it's not bad. The one thing that's been the highest walk count belongs to Castro, and that's been his Achilles heel, is walking too many batters, and then he's given up 6 home runs. And that's tied for the league lead on their team as far as giving up home runs of the bullpen, not of the starting. Starting is Stroman. No, Peterson. Peterson's been he was on a really bad decline before he got hurt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got rocked a couple of games. So
and then prior to getting hurt, though, he was starting to pick shit up though and start.
But he was, he was getting rocked before then as well, and he is nothing like he was last year with the promise of last year. And hopefully when he does come back.
What happened to the kid Eichhoff? They sent him down.
He's been up and down too. I think at the moment, I don't know if he's on the depth chart.
Eichhoff was actually in the game yesterday.
He was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he came in after Loop, and then
I know they brought him back.
He actually came in in the third inning, and then he was trying. Rojas was trying to get him past the fifth.
Okay.
And he couldn't get out of it, and he had to bring Familia in to end the inning.
Yeah, Familia's another one. I think Familia's got how many walks does Familia have? He's got 16 walks. And what do you call it? He's also 1 for 3 in save opportunities. So
some things never change when it comes to some people, huh?
But again, he's still got a decent. He's got a 3.76 ERA, but he's only pitched 26 innings. They don't really use him that much. Right now, the most overused guy is Diaz at 36, and then they got Castro at 35. So right now, Diaz has been as far as innings go, Diaz is your most used relief pitcher.
Yeah, and
that's
where it gets scary too.
That's another bad thing because then you're overusing your closer.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's why I really
don't put him in tie games. Then you want
I don't
put him in when you really don't need him.
I want to know how many tie games he came into this year.
Well, I don't know about tie games. But let's do the math. He's come into 36 games with only 21 of those being save opportunities. So he's been at least in for 15 non-save opportunity games.
That's no reason to put your closer in 15.
You know,
and most of them, and probably most of them are the tie games.
Not only that, anybody can get hurt at any given moment too.
How many losses does he have, Joe?
He's 3-3.
So, right, so 3 of those losses came when he came into, you know what? Actually, you could take those 6 because if he came into tie games, in 6 of those games, he could have lost 3 of them, and for some reason, Joey's door just
my dog
like poltergeist opened.
No. It's my dog. No, Annie, please go inside.
So 3 of the losses could be tie games, but 3 of the wins could be when he lost it when he had the tie game also, but the Mets could have came back and won that in a walk-off in the bottom half.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really thinking too far into that as far as whatever. All I know is that, and I'm sorry guys, I just got to pick up my dog.
It's all right.
He's allowed to be on the show.
Yeah. All right, Annie, don't rip my chair. It's not that he's not allowed on the show. It's just that, when he's on your lap, it's hard to, You okay? You want to say hello to everybody? Huh?
Annie Booba.
He's having like a little anxiety attack. People think I make this shit up. That's why part of the reason why I don't leave my fucking house anymore is because he's always having anxiety attacks. So,
Prozac.
Yay. Yeah, he's got pills, but I got to go get more because they're expired. I don't like giving him medication when he doesn't need it. And if I'm home, he's fine. Except for tonight.
He must have been fun on the 4th of July.
No, fireworks don't phase him. Yeah, no. It's not attention. It's with him not getting attention phases him.
Yeah.
Fireworks, he doesn't care about fireworks.
He just wants love.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how my dog is too.
So right now, take Peterson out of the equation, right? The spot starts that they have, the other 3 steady starters. Obviously, DeGrom is in a league of his own. His ERA I think is about 1.08, which is a league best. But both Stroman and Walker have ERAs in the 2s. I think what is it? 2.75 for Stroman and 2.50 for Walker, who actually is now in the All-Star game because DeGrom backed out.
That's right. Yeah.
So they elected Walker to take his place, I believe. But and Mike, we were saying this even before the season started, and I knew of Taijuan Walker, with the Diamondbacks. I knew that
he's been a pleasant surprise. I mean, when we read off that top 25, and I said to you, "What do you think of the Taijuan Walker?"
Yeah, I remember.
From Toronto, he doesn't look too bad, and for some reason, the Mets grabbed him, and I was shocked, and I was like, "Oh shit!" They actually picked somebody I actually mentioned.
Yeah, well, because ability really did. It wasn't ability that made his stats bad. It was just the fact that he wasn't playing because of injuries.
Yeah.
What are you growling at, dude? He's freaking me the fuck out. It's like growling out the other room. What do you see?
I see dead people.
Dude, don't fuck around because dogs can see shit.
They can.
I'm a home by myself, dude. I really don't.
Home.
I'm a home.
You sound like an old Italian guy. I'm a
Guys,
home
I'm
by
a
myself.
home by
I'm
myself.
a home by myself. Somebody
I'm
help
scared.
me.
I'm scared.
Italy win. What is the Euro Cup? But he's been a pleasant surprise, and and it's funny because they asked Louis Rojas. They said, "Well, do you think the Mets dodged a bullet by not picking up Trevor Bauer because of all the shit that he's going through right now?" And he goes, "Look, I'm not going to comment on that. All I'm going to say is that we lucked out. We got a good guy in Taijuan Walker. So I'm glad we got Taijuan Walker, and he has been a pleasant surprise. His only issue too has been the walks. I think he's got 30. Yeah, he's got 30 walks, and he's also given up 6 home runs. But other than that, he's got 89 strikeouts. He's got the 2.5 ERA, and he's got a 7-3 record.
Yeah, still got good stuff.
Stroman 2.75 ERA, but he's got a 6-7 record. So he's also been back and forth. But the other thing too, and I've come to realize this growing up, win and loss record for pitchers don't mean shit. It's just a stupid record because the pitcher doesn't. Yes, the pitcher.
He's not going to pitch the whole game either.
No, it's not even that. Like the pitcher can't really. Yes, he can dictate maybe how good he's going to be, but even DeGrom can have a fucking dominant night and still lose 2-1.
Yeah,
or 1-0.
We can see it happen.
Look at that game against the Braves. He gave up how many home runs? What did he give up? Two home runs that game.
DeGrom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had 14 strikeouts.
And they had 14. And then after that, he was dominant. He retired 18 in a row after that situation. Unfortunately, though, the bats, for some reason, and we said it 1,000 times, whenever that guy is pitching, that team falls asleep.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's because, Jake is pitching, we're okay. We can just score maybe 1 or 2 runs and we're safe.
It could be that,
or it's like.
I don't think they go into it with that mind frame. I don't think they're saying, "Oh, well, he's pitching."
It was all right, guys.
James, James, it could be said that way, where it's like, okay, well, if the Mets are up 2-0 and DeGrom's on a mound, okay, you pretty much have a win going for you with him going. But then Rojas decides to take him out in the 6th inning, and then everything falls to shit because Louis Rojas is a moron.
Exactly.
Yep. But
so what would you say? And I'm not going to ask this. I'm going to ask this question overall, but just pertaining to the Mets, what do you think is the biggest, your biggest take on the team? Like, what's the one thing for the second half of the season now? Right, we already established that they're starting pitching for the most part. Their top 3 guys are great. And hopefully if Carrasco does come off the injury and he's old form, I'm not even thinking that far ahead to Syndergaard, but maybe Peterson comes back and he can give us some stuff, or even Miguel or Eichhoff, whoever else they have.
That's another guy. I like that kid Miguel on.
He's been good.
But he's another one that Louis Rojas says I have no faith in it after 4 innings.
But what scares me. And even though they're starting to heat up, Lindor's starting to heat up. Alonso had a slow start. He's got 17 home runs now. But what scares me
the
is
guy's still batting 227. Let's not go fucking.
That's what I'm saying. No, but dude,
let's not go up the fucking deep end over here.
But 17 home runs for that.
There's nobody.
2 weeks ago, he was batting 212. So let's not get too happy about a 15-point increase.
There's nobody.
A guy with a
280. There's nobody on the team with the exception of Nimmo, but Nimmo's only played 31 games. There's nobody on the team that's
hurt, right?
batting 317. No, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. He's batting 317. Nobody else comes close to that except for Guillorme.
Nimmo's a center fielder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a fucking catch yesterday. That was unbelievable.
No, not only is he back defensively, but since coming back, he's actually hitting the ball really well.
He actually robbed the home off Reynolds yesterday, which was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's only played 31 games, I said, and I think the most any of the players have played is Lindor. He's played pretty much every game. He's played 86 games.
Yeah. I think he's the only one that hasn't gotten hurt.
Yeah, because they don't really have a backup for Lindor, right?
Well,
I mean, they could use VR technically if they
VR,
want.
Yeah,
VR, or they could use what's his name? Guillermo, the guy on
Guillaume.
Yeah, all these guys.
He's not really a shortstop.
A little bit because if McNeil's back healthy, you could put Guillaume on short if something.
McNeil's back. They're all back.
Oh, McNeil is back.
Okay. Yeah, McNeil is back. Actually, McNeil got hit in the hand yesterday, and he screamed out "fuck" when he got hit.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I can't.
But he's okay
though.
He's okay though.
He's definitely one of my favorite players on the team, McNeil.
But what do you think needs to happen now for them to maintain this? Not only just being in first place, but the way they've been playing. You know, I mean, they got a decent. They play bad away. They're 19-26 away. And they're 28-14 at home. They got a really good home record. One of the best in the leagues. I'm looking at the Whites now. The White Sox are like 31-14. Anyway, what would you say the Mets need to do the most to maintain this going into the second half and keeping that division lead?
Is, stay healthy.
Well, I mean, every team needs to do that.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
You know, every team needs to do that. The only thing that worries me, honestly, dude. The only thing that worries me is their offense. Their offense is
well that's exactly
overall their offense is just it's anemic. It's anemic.
They need to get a fourth starter.
They need to be consistent. This has always been their issue. They're inconsistent. They need to be consistent.
Well,
they got him
offensively too.
They're rumored to be going after and these are rumors. They're saying that the Cubs might be sellers. So if the Cubs sell Chris Bryant, who's a third baseman, he's been thrown out there. Kimbrel, which I wouldn't be against getting another reliever, but
I'm talking about a starting pitcher who's out there that they can get because they need a fourth arm.
They do.
They need a solid, not even a solid fourth arm, somebody that can get them past 5-6 innings after Stroman and Walker, because after them you got nobody.
There have been a couple of names. There have been a couple of names that have been thrown out there, but the Mets don't seem to be the favorites for them. I know Berrios from the Twins is one. Gibson from the Rangers is another one, and I don't think Castillo, but from the Reds. But he's actually having a very bad. He's not playing well at all so far this season.
But they got to grab somebody who's halfway decent on the team that's not going to go anywhere because.
But they're only talking about it's just weird because they've only been talking about offense. I know Adam Frazier of the Pirates, who actually leads in two categories, I think, batting wise. I think he leads in hits and I think he leads in batting average. They've been going with that because the Pirates might be willing to part ways with him. If not, like I said, the other guy was Chris Bryant. And then Josh Donaldson of the Twins is another one. I mean, he's old. He's up there. I think he's in his mid to late 30s. But, he can still hit. And they're looking at something maybe because I honestly, I don't really know J.D. Davis's timeline to come back or if any. But we do kind of need another – I think we need another bat as well. But I wouldn't –
he's a really good batter, J.D. Davis.
I'm not against, Mike, what you're saying, though. I also agree they do need – I think they need another starter because I don't think they were planning on Carlos Carrasco being out this long. They were hoping Peterson was going to be somewhat of what he was.
Technically, he was supposed to come back in May, Carrasco, right?
Yeah. They were talking about a May timeline. And then, but like I said, Peterson was the biggest snag in their plans because they were hoping that he would carry over his success that he had, basically in his rookie season last year. He came onto the scene and he was a damn good. He was, it was a pretty for a shortened season, but for a guy that is young and whatever, he wasn't doing bad.
He pitched a couple of good games and then he got rocky.
No. Peterson had a couple of good starts this year. I'm not saying it was all bad, but towards the end, right before he got hurt, he was getting rocked. I mean, look at DeGrom. DeGrom at one point had a 0.5 ERA. Mm-hmm. Now he's over 1. He's given up. He's been getting tagged.
I was just looking at something, and I almost just said a name to pick up for a fourth starter. But I just looked at his record this year, and I just said, nope, I'm not even mentioning this one. I'll mention it when we go off, but I'm not mentioning it while we're on here.
I want to know who the name is. Tell me.
I was about to say maybe we should bring back the Dark Knight, but he's 3-10 with a 7.7
Oh no,
ERA.
He leads the league in losses. He's up there. I think he's like top 3 in losses. I'm looking
at both of us. I did in last place. I said Matt Harvey's here. I said maybe we should get Harvey back. And they said I looked. And I'm like,
I mean,
3-10 with a 7.7.
I think honestly, I think his career is winding down.
Yeah, no, I think. Look, not for nothing. It's kind of weird because he started out the season with Baltimore pretty damn kind of solid, where we are like, wow, I didn't expect this, and then he just fell off.
Turning things around. Yeah.
No, I mean, like he even looked good up against the Mets when he came back to Citi Field, and everybody was like.
Yeah, they gave him a standing ovation when he showed up. Yeah.
No, but he's no, definitely not. Definitely
not.
I
looked. I was like, fuck no. No, but I mean, like, there's got to be a team out there that's like in last or next to last that has like that one good starter.
Yeah,
on it with a lot of wins that maybe they can work a deal out with to try. They can't. They're not gonna look even if they get into the playoffs, which right now looks a little shaky. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're only 3.5 up. I mean, at one time they were like.
Well, listen, hold on. I honestly look. I mean, they would need another, and I don't want to jinx it, or whatever, but they would need another collapse, because I'll tell you why. They have. It's not only about the lead that they have now. Right now, that division, with the exception of the Nationals, have been playing decent ball. They've lost their last 4, but they were on a little bit of a tear where they got back, but it's the Philadelphia Phillies are pretty much going to be now your main competition. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know if you guys are aware, but Atlanta lost their star player for the year. So they lost Acuna.
They lost Freddie? No, Acuna?
Acuna is out for the year.
Good. Fuck him. Fuck him.
He's one of
his year. Fuck him in his other year.
One of the best players in baseball.
Him and his bright orange fucking knee brace and elbow pads.
And just out, he was fielding a ball. He jumped up to try to catch it, and he landed on his right leg. All the weight seemed to go on it, and I think he tore one of those CLs, ACL, whatever it is. But he's going to need season-ending surgery. So what that does, I mean, look, I still think Atlanta's got talent around him, Freeman, you got other players that were contributing to whatever, but they just, they weren't playing that good to begin with. But at the same time, it's just, wow, to get that type of loss for the year, that hurts them. So right now, I really do like the Mets' chances. And honestly, if you look at the other rest of the league, especially the West, and I'm going to go into that a little later, their wild card chances would be fucked. So it's the division or bust.
But looking at the Mets, are we looking at the Mets as like the NFC East is like whoever gets the best record gets into the playoffs and they will lose in the first round?
Well, I hope not. But at the same time, I think that's the way the National League East has been the last couple of years, where it was up for grabs. Anybody wanted to take it, because for a while now, the Central seemed to have the majority of the wild cards, and then maybe the West. But other than that, trying to get a wild card out of the East was not good. It was either you won the division or you didn't. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that worries me is that they get in and then they get knocked out in the first round. I mean, and like I said, I think if Luis Rojas can bring him into the NLCS, that would be great. But
I don't see them get knocked out of first round.
You don't see them get knocked out.
It depends on who they play, and the other thing is
it depends on who they're playing, though.
It depends on who they play, obviously. But I think the first round. I mean, I'm looking at possible guys that teams that should they be playing in the first round. I think their top 3 starters can handle a best of 5.
Yeah.
Because DeGrom is probably going to give them 2 games on short rest. They're probably going to give him 2 starts on short rest. So for any of these teams, because you're not getting one of the top teams in the first round. If you win the division, you're not going to get a top team. You're going to get one of the bottom teams.
Yeah.
So seeing DeGrom twice in a best of 5, no. I don't see them losing in the first round. But I mean, can they beat teams like the Dodgers, the Giants, even the Padres? Mm-hmm. I mean, they played decently against. What they played really good against? I was going to go over that. So before they lost 2 of 4 of the Pirates, they took 2 of 3 from the Yankees, and then of course the Brewers. The Brewers are a first place team. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball.
I think if they all go up against, let's say, the Dodgers or the Padres, they're going to have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Well, because the Dodgers, I mean, depending on what's going on with Bauer, if Bauer comes back, with Bauer, we said this, they have it's a three-headed monster. And the funny thing is, it's not even just Bauer now. Now you got Kershaw, you have Julio Urias, you have Bauer, but then of course you have Walker Buehler, and even this other guy, Gonsolin, he's not great, but the Dodgers have a pretty decent what do you call it? Starting a rotation. But we said that before the year started. But I don't know.
Because I even said a three-headed monster on the mound will be Bauer, Kershaw, and then who'd you say the third guy was? I forgot his name.
You got Urias, but then of course you also have Walker Buehler.
Yeah, Walker Buehler, and
yeah,
and we said that's like a three-headed monster. When I looked at their stats, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But if you look at, first round, they could go up against somebody like you said, like a low-rated.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. I think the team that would go in with the worst record, I forgot how many spots there are. So I really forgot because I know they're expanding it. I know that, but I just forgot how many spots.
It's like 9,220 now. They got
all right.
Wild cards.
But right now the Reds are looking like they're the low wild card team at 48 and 42. The Reds are another team that's a surprise this year, but they got they don't have anywhere near the starting pitching that the Mets do. It's just that they have an offense that is damn good with Castellanos and Jesse Winker. And a few of the other guys that are doing it. And, of course, Wade Miley is one of their star pitchers. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's whatever. But like I said, I think the one thing that they need to improve on is the starting pitching, minus the injuries. Their top three have been doing their job, but their offense needs to step up. Because right now, their bench, it's guys like Pilar, VR.
Pilar's been a beast this whole
fucking
season.
Peraza. Guillorme. Well, not really Guillorme.
Well, Guillorme's been on. He's been good.
He is, but you got McKinney getting some key really hits. So the bench mob is what really has been, some of these come from behind wins, and that's
and the bullpen.
Yeah. Even Dom Smith. I mean, Dom Smith started out slow. He started to heat up a little bit. But they were hoping that, the more at-bats they gave him, because he's been pretty much playing left field most of the season.
That's what I'm about to say, that Dom Smith has really looked good in left field, considering he never played that position.
Yeah, defensively,
Granted, though, they take him out in like the 8th or 9th inning for defensive purposes.
Yeah, they'll put in Kevin Pillar or something like that. But yeah. No, I get it. Even Kevin Pillar, man.
Yeah, because Dom Smith, he's normally first base, isn't he?
Yeah, Dom Smith. Yeah. When they had the DH, they were alternating between him and Alonso. All right, so that's the Mets. I think right now, starting pitching, probably got to give them a B plus. I'd give them an A, dude. But if they had at least another starter, like that fourth starter, that's whatever, I would give them an A. But I think a B plus is decent. And obviously DeGrom gives them that edge of getting the plus. I think without DeGrom, they're probably like a B or even a C plus. I think relievers, I guess we can give them a B, right? Are you all right with the B with the relievers?
Yeah, I'll go to B plus on that because, like you said, it's under. They got under a 4.
They do have under 4. All right,
I'm gonna say B plus.
All right, closer, I give an A. I do. I despite Diaz, I know Diaz actually has a high ERA. Look, his best year in Seattle is ERA.
They're solid enough to get an A.
I'll give Diaz. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll say A minus because it's not his fault.
No,
that his manager is.
It's not his fault.
That his manager's a moron and you don't put a closer in.
It's not like he's going to turn around and go, "I can't pitch."
I'll give it A minus on Diaz.
I'll accept an A minus.
I'll give a curve on that because of Rojas' stupidity.
And their positional players, I'd probably give a C plus because they need. They're not doing terrible, but they need to step up. We're not getting the production that we thought we were going to get from McCann, even though he's starting to warm up, and he did surprise. I will say this about McCann: when they were trying out that thing where they were trying to give Nito some more at bats because he was on a little bit of a streak.
Yeah.
He's surprised. He actually did
Every
pretty
once in a
well
while, McCann
on
comes
first.
through. Yeah.
No, but he did well on
at first
first.
base. Yeah.
So I'll give him that, and he has come through a couple of times. But other than that, dude, with
what
the
about
exception,
the infield? I mean, the infield in general, what would you grade them?
the infield in general, what, on defense or just
Defense?
defense?
I'll give him an A.
No,
right?
you can't. No, I wouldn't give them an A.
Well, maybe an A minus. I'll give him an A minus because they look good though.
There were a couple of bonehead plays and I've even said it that Guillaume made or whatever.
A couple of bonehead plays by Guillaume, but I mean, you can't. I mean, the fact is, I mean, everything else though they look good. I mean, granted, Lindor may be a dud on the bat, but my God, he's good. I mean, he is a damn good shortstop.
Look, I think overall, as a team, overall defense, they've been pretty damn good, especially in the outfield. Some of those diving catches that they made with Conforto and Nimmo
lately.
Dom Smith, like you just said, was surprising. He's been making some really good plays in left field. But on the whole, I again, it's what it comes down to is getting some more key guys back from from injury, and then maybe adding a couple other pieces, because right now they're in first place, so they're not going to be sellers. They're not giving up. It's been a while since we've been in the situation where we had a first place lead. So going into the break right about now, we'll be talking about next season already. But the fact that we do have a first place lead and we do have a guy like Cohen, so who knows what kind of moves they're going to make. So whether it's going to be that fourth starter you're talking about, or maybe another key piece. But the other thing is, what do they have to give up?
All right, come on. Let's grade the bat of a certain player.
What, Lindor?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk
fielding the bat.
Yeah, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Now, look, Lindor obviously had a slow start.
Honestly, I'd give him a C.
He was getting booed. Which you can't be happy about that.
He's still getting booed.
But what does he have now? I think he's got 11 home runs. He's got 36 RBIs,
which pretty much turned himself, for the most part, he turned himself around, I think.
8 stolen bases, which I think is tied with VR for team lead.
Okay, I'll give him a D for now.
I would give him a D plus. I'd give him a D plus. It sucks. I hate that because I want to give him a C or even a C minus, but
I mean, I know he's been hot the last couple of weeks, but going into that, he was batting .212 for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And he's a .280 lifetime average hitter. So,
I want to see him raise it up. If he can raise it up, he's batting .227 now. If he can raise it up, 269, anywhere between 269 and 281, then that's what they need. That's the guy
I know
they need.
what I said in the beginning of the year with the contract and everything.
Yeah,
I don't want to be right on that. I don't be right that this guy's going to take a 10-year vacation and then on option year, I'm going to become a superstar again. No, I want him to do good. But right now, he sucks. Every time he's up at the plate, either he fucking pops up or he. But the only thing I like about him though is he does have knowledge where he can tell his teammates, because like I said, he was, no pun intended, mic'd up during a YouTube game with the Diamondbacks, and we talked about this, Joe.
Yeah,
where whoever was up after Alonso. I don't know who's up. I don't know who bats after Alonso, but he came over after he scored, and he told them that this guy's throwing this, he's throwing this. Watch out for this pitch.
Right.
Like he's a good teammate and everything.
No, he is.
But what I'm saying is, if he's going to bat like this for the rest of the year, he's still good. Like, granted, okay, he hit a grand slam the other day. He hit a home run yesterday or the day before. The fans don't forgive that easy. They're going to, the next time he pops up with like a man in scoring position, they're going to bash him again.
Well, look, he's actually, honestly, dude, in all fairness, he's on pace, possibly hitting close to 30 home runs. Maybe even getting to 80 to 90 or the 100 RBI mark. I wouldn't say
batting 227.
That's
fucking funny.
You would have to
not at that average.
Yeah, not at that average. No. It wouldn't be at 227 by the end of the year.
No, of course
but
not.
That's why we're grading him based on now. And based on now, I would say a solid D plus or maybe even a C minus. But
I'll give him a C.
I think he's going to turn it around.
I'm sticking with my D.
All right. Now, The other thing is too, really quick on the Mets, and then we'll go just in general in baseball. If you would have told me before the season started that Lindor was going to have this type of season, if you showed me a list of the other averages and whatever that the other team is going to do, all the injuries that they see, they had to succumb to, the fact that Carrasco is not even on the team yet, hasn't had a start yet, and we're almost at the end of July, and we were going to be in first place, I would have been like, what?
Yeah.
The fact that they're doing all this, shit, I think it's dog hair. Ooh, the fact that, just wild hair. The fact that they've gone through all of this at the beginning of the season, but they've been able to maintain. Now, granted, too, I get it. The Phillies haven't been playing that good of a ball. Atlanta, Washington, and Miami's at the basement, but I get it. But it still says something about this team. And the leadership is, like you said, Lindor is a leader on and off the field. So I really feel like there is an energy.
Sure.
And there is a winning attitude with this team because they know what they're capable of doing. And I'm hoping, because the Mets historically usually are, I mean, granted, yes, they do sometimes have, I take that back, not historically. They usually have really good starts and then they collapse after whatever. But there are times where
lately they've been a better second half team.
Yeah, they've been stepping up a second half. So hopefully we'll get those Mets and they step up. I don't know. We'll see.
I think we could easily get, well, not easily, but I think we can definitely see like another 2015 Mets.
I hope so. But the two things you got to worry about, not worry about, two things I think the blame can fall on at the end of the year if we're not successful enough to get to the playoffs. And I'll tell you, obviously Rojas is one.
Right.
And the other is their training staff. I'm sorry. And this has been a conversation for years now. This team has been getting too many fucking injuries. Too many stupid injuries.
Isn't that like Mets history though? It's
yes,
like every time
something's wrong.
I mean, we're not talking about like.
Look at Jose Reyes. Remember when Jose Reyes?
We're not talking like now. We're talking like even going back into the 80s. I mean, they always had back conditioning.
It's the strength and conditioning. I don't know what I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's not the same people. It can't be. But something is being.
You need to start doing cocaine again.
I mean, possibly, yeah. Now, look, I'm not obviously. Look, guys like Pilar that was fucking hit in the face with the fucking fastball. That's not on them. Or Almora Jr. who ran into the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Those are freakish injuries. I'm not talking about that, but these other
other hamstrings.
You had McNeil and Conforto out with the same injury.
Yeah.
So, all right. So whatever. All right. So let's really quick. Let's go into it. Now, I'm talking on a major league level, but if something on the Mets, on your team is one of them, then so be it.
Yeah.
What would you say? I'll start with you, James. What would you say is the biggest surprise of the season so far?
Yeah, I gotta say it. Considering all the injuries that they've had, the fact that the Mets are in first place, to me, is definitely one of the biggest surprises of the season.
All right.
I have to go with that.
Now, you're also going by the fact that they had many injuries, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Now, I'm agreeing with you. I'm in agreement with you in that aspect.
I know that shouldn't be the only factor, but
no, I'm just saying I agree with you on that front. But however, before the season started, they were predicted to win 90-something games and probably win the division.
Yeah. So
the fact that they're in first place, to me, isn't much of a surprise. It wasn't until the injuries happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, that's not a bad answer. I mean, it's true. I just said it. The fact that they had to overcome as many injuries as they have, and they're still playing the way they are, and they were grinding wins, and sometimes against really good teams.
Right.
I can see that. All right, Mike. What about you?
Can I give two?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
One, the Yankees 8 games out of first place.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that gives me nothing but a huge smile and a warm feeling in the cockles of my heart.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, Yankee. Fuck you,
Yankee
fans up your ass.
Yeah.
Best, right? It's supposed to be the best team, but we're the best. Fuck you. You're 8 games back. You look like shit.
All right, hold on a second. But I mean, in all fair, they have one less win than we do. So, it's, they're 46-43. They've also,
doesn't matter. They're 8 games behind. Fuck them. They suck.
All right.
Oh.
And another surprise is this Ohtani guy on the Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy could do it all. He can hit. I actually saw him pitch the other day.
He's the favorite to win the home run derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I heard him and then Alonso was picked second. But I actually saw him actually pitch the other day. I'm like, holy shit, this guy can do everything.
Yeah.
Except when I'm using him in in the show, I can't hit any home runs with him.
Yeah.
Hey, your best guy on there is this catcher named Mike DiStefano, I heard.
Actually, yeah, you're batting over 1,000 on my team right now.
I can't bat over 1,000.
Well, the other day you had 1,047 or something in the last 3 games or some shit like that. That's what it said.
I didn't know that. I thought 1,000 is the highest you can bat.
It's the highest you can bat.
It said 1,047. Something like that.
Maybe that's an on-base percentage.
Maybe that's what it was. That might have been it, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
no, but the Yankees being 8 games back out of first place, and then Ohtani is too surprised. I mean, I know like a lot of people said Ohtani is this big superstar.
Yeah.
And they brought him over here, and I'm like, okay, well, if they bring him over here, they're gonna make him out to look like the next who was the guy in Seattle?
Ichiro.
Yeah, he's been like the next Ichiro, and plus he pitches.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him hit. I'm going, holy shit, this guy crushes the ball. He can pitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's really good. He's the way he's going, he should be the MVP of the league for the American League, even though the Angels suck. But
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can say 2, but I'm only going to go with 1. I think right now for me, I think the biggest surprise is the fact that the San Francisco Giants are the best team in baseball. You got San Francisco's got a 2-game lead of the Dodgers, and they have the league best 57-32 record. Nobody expected when we were talking about baseball. We were talking about that division, especially in the West.
Yeah,
we had the Dodgers and the Padres number 1 and number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean it's still early. It's still we have plenty of baseball to play. Yeah.
I mean, everybody knew what the Diamondbacks were going to be, so I mean, doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Like we knew the Diamondbacks would probably be in last, but
but I didn't expect the Diamondbacks to be also the worst team in baseball.
Yeah, me neither.
They are the worst. 26 wins is the worst. The only one, I think the Orioles have 28. So other than that, yeah. But all right. So good answers. All right. Really quick now, we'll turn to the biggest disappointment of the season so far.
Good answers. We're the fucking Family Feud. Good answers.
Good answer.
Let's see Ohtani.
So I did a little bit of research, and apparently I got this off. I think it was I don't know if it's MLB or ESPN, but they said the Twins right now is probably one of the biggest disappointing teams right now.
Yeah,
of the season so far. I think they said they're 13 and a half games
15.
out of 15. Now it's 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Over the White Sox, right? Lead the division.
Yeah, White Sox, I believe, have the biggest lead in the division of any team in their division.
They said the other 2 teams that are, I think they said
the White Sox
500 ball playing 500 is the Yankees and the Angels.
8-game lead over the Indians, but
and then 15 over Detroit. What'd you say about the Yankees, James?
They said those are the only two other teams that are playing. I think they said under 500 or
no. The Yankees are over 500.
No, 500 ball. That's what it was. It was 500 ball would be the Angels and the Yankees.
The Angels are over 500 and the Yankees are over 500.
Over 500.
Yeah,
are the Angels.
So maybe this was the other day when they.
But even still, no, I guess. I mean, also the Twins. The Twins just got rid of some key players. But I can see that. Yeah, I can see them being a disappointment. What about you, Mike? What's your biggest disappointment of the season?
I called him, but I'm going to say Lindor's the biggest disappointment of the season so far.
Yeah, I agree with you, dude. I'm teetering towards that answer as well. I mean, you can go. I mean, what else? What else is there? I'm looking at because look, even though the Dodgers aren't at first, they're still they're still right up there. The Dodgers.
I mean, you could put disappointment too on the Yankees being 8 games back as well, considering the surprise and disappointment. But I think Lindor, considering the money he was given,
he tops that. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Lindor as well. And look, too, the other answer I wanted to put as a surprise, because we really didn't know the kind of team that they were gonna be. But fucking the Red Sox. I mean, they're only a game and a half above the Rays.
True.
But the Red Sox, we didn't expect them to play the way they did.
Expect the Red Sox to look this damn good.
Nope. So, all right, yeah, I'll go with you. I'll agree with you there. Lindor, definitely a disappointment. You want to stay? What do you want to do?
Should I say or should I go now?
Lindor, I would say, is definitely the biggest disappointment, especially as not on a major league level. Just the fact that we're Mets fans and we were hoping for more. I wouldn't go as far as saying I would boo him if I was at a game.
I might,
but at the same time,
but I'm a prick. I would boo him I would be the asshole and boo him.
But at the same time, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's definitely the biggest disappointment. All right, the last question: at the All-Star break, the best player overall.
So honestly, I would have to. I want, as much as I want to say, defensively, I would say DeGrom, obviously, because he's one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
But on the offensive side, I would have to go, and I know he's injured. We talked about it, but I said Mike Trout.
Yeah.
If not Mike Trout, I got to go with Mookie Betts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on really quick, because I honestly didn't look up. I know Mookie. Look, Mookie Betts is
those two guys were the top. At the top 100 teams, they're 1 and 2.
One of the best guys, one of the best players in the league is Mookie Betts.
Right.
But he's not even coming up top 10. I don't even think he's coming up top 20 right now.
That's weird, because I see him here as number 2.
And
I think that was might have been CBS, their list.
And the problem with Trout. Look, I'm going to say this really quick. So Trout, before he got hurt, right? He played 36 games. He had 8 home runs. How many RBIs? 18 RBIs, and was batting .333. And he was off to his best start, like a career start, especially because his average was so high, .333. But the fact of the matter is, he hasn't played 60 games. He's like 60 games behind everybody else, pretty much, almost.
Yeah.
And he's got such a small sample size. Look, Trout, healthy and in the league, he is by far the best player in the league. He is the face of baseball, So without him being out there, I don't know. I would go with, I would go with Acuna if I were you, if anything, because of what he's done. I mean, his numbers are way better than, especially Mookie Betts.
He's out for the season now.
Who? Acuna. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mookie Betts can pick it up and pass wherever.
Yeah, Mookie Betts can. And he's got He's got 13 home runs. He's got 38 RBIs. He's got 78 hits. That's nowhere near league leads.
Where the hell I don't know where the hell this list came from.
I don't know.
Hold on,
what would you?
A second.
What would you say, Mike? Let's go to Mike, and then we'll come back to you, James. DeGrom, best overall player.
So overall player, Jacob DeGrom.
I mean, you can't argue with that. The best ERA, almost the league leading strikeouts. I think he's second to Garrett Cole. I think Garrett Cole has one more than him. And strikeouts 147. Yeah, Cole's got 147. DeGrom is 146. And let's not forget what he can do with a bat,
And also remember what just think about it, though, he's only one behind Cole. But also got to remember those 2 starts where he got taken out.
Yeah, no, he's got fewer innings. Yeah. No,
he could have got a lot more strikeouts if he would have stayed.
No, I get it. No, look, I do. Look, I'm a Mets fan. I can't argue with that. DeGrom is a great choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. James, did you want to add anything?
No, I was just trying to see where that list came from. I think it was either MLB or ESPN. I can't remember.
All right. Well, I'm actually gonna go with Mike's answer for biggest surprise of the season is actually my answer for best overall player, and that's got to be. I mean, how do you not pick Ohtani? He leads the league in home runs. He hits 33 home runs, 5 of them at 450 feet, which is the most in the majors. He hit one 470 feet just a month ago. What else does he have? Let's see. 84 hits, 33 home runs. He's batting almost 280, 70 RBIs with an on-base percentage of 364.
And this is before the pitching.
And pitching, he's 4-1 with the 3.49 ERA in 13 games, 67 innings pitched.
When he starts, does the Angels waive the DH when he's pitching?
He bats.
Yeah.
So they waive the DH.
No, he's DH.
No.
He bats
No. When he's pitching,
he's DH.
He's both?
Yes.
That's crazy.
They don't waive the DH. They don't waive the DH. They just put him because think about it. He's not playing.
Yeah,
he's not. He's not on. He's not playing a position.
Right.
Well,
and you can hit the ball.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying so. During the whatever, right? During his pitching, he's on the mound. That's the pitcher spot.
Yeah.
Hitting spot, DH. So he hits when he pitches, and then when he's not pitches on his off days, he plays the outfield.
I wonder if they give him a day off after he pitches, just so he can relax a little bit. I mean, right?
Maybe. I think so.
Start.
I think so, but he pretty much plays the outfield when he doesn't pitch. When he throws gas too.
He does it all.
So how can you not? And he's tied for the most home runs at the All-Star break I believe, an international-born player.
Wow.
Sammy Sosa was the other one with 33 home runs. Should we keep Alonso in Conforto? Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Well, here, hold on. I said that too eagerly, and I'm glad you came on. I was actually trying to – I don't know if you got my message. Oh, you sent me a link for yours. I would keep Alonso. I think he's got a lot of upside. Conforto worries me because we've been saying he's going to break out. He's going to break out, and he's had some. Don't get me wrong. He's had some pretty good. He's had a couple of good seasons, but I don't know. I mean,
it's good defense, though, man. He is.
Yeah, but dude, the guy's batting 202 with 3 home runs.
But he was out for half the year almost with injury. I mean, you can't knock the guy. I mean, he's batting 202, missing half the season.
No, you're right. You're right.
With 227, he's played the whole.
You're right. Year. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong there. He did. But here's the other thing about Dominic Smith. He is playing well, but he's another one that's, he's just starting to warm up. I mean, Dom Smith playing well but then he's batting 252 with 9 home runs. But a decent on base percentage at 322. I think Nimmo has the highest, but let's not pick. You know what? Well, no, because Guillorme has a small sample size too. I want to look at one of the starters that has the highest on base percentage by a everyday player is Alonso at 328. So look, I would definitely keep Alonso, but Conforto.
I would definitely keep Alonso.
Yeah, he's good on defense too.
Conforto, I would keep though. I mean, seriously, you can't get rid of a guy just because he missed half the season injured.
Let's see what he does the second half of the season, then we'll have that conversation.
Then we'll talk about it. But I mean, like I said, you can't blame one and then leave out the other. If you're going to say, well, he's batting 202, well, the other, like I said, the other guys played the whole season. He's batting 227.
Yeah, I know. But and it also felt like, and I said this earlier too, it felt like a lot of the things that Conforto was going through before his injury is that he was basically inside his own head. So I don't know. I really don't know. But look, if the rumors are true and the Mets are looking to get another bat with like Chris Bryant, who could play third, or even this guy Adam Frazier, who, like I said, I'm looking. Frazier is number 1 in hits with 115. I believe he's number 1 in batting average. Let me look really quick. Come on, sort. No, I'm sorry. That's Vlad. He's number 3 in batting average with 330. And he gets on base. He doesn't hit.
Did you see the tweet that Vlad Sr. sent out?
No, what did he say?
Saying that when he was at the All-Star game, Vlad Jr. was with him. Now he's going to be at the All-Star game with his son being starting.
Yeah.
So it's like a little touching.
Yeah, it is touching. It is. But Vlad, I'll tell you something, and that's why I didn't pick him as a surprise, because Vlad we knew was going to do good. I mean, maybe not as good as he's doing. I didn't expect that. But I mean, he leads the league in batting average. He's second in home runs to Ohtani.
Yeah, I think what is it, 333?
Yeah, he's close to the Triple Crown. I think he can catch up to Ohtani. And the other thing is too, you got to worry about, and that's why I kind of didn't really want Alonso to participate in the home run derby. They lose their swing and they get home run fatigue after doing the home run derby.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't want this to mess up. That's why I'm glad DeGrom opted not to play in the All-Star break. I really, he even said it. He's like, look, I've been hurt a couple of times.
Yeah.
The last thing I need to do right now is playing a game that
they don't even. Yeah, it's not
is meaningless.
Yeah, they don't pitch that long anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you only probably pitch 3 innings.
2 or 3 innings?
2 innings, yeah. 3 innings max. But still, it's not worth it. It's not worth the chance of him getting hurt because he's been, been whatever. But, yeah.
I mean, it is a really smart move by Jacob to do that because, what are you going to do? You're going to pitch what? You probably would have been the starter.
Yeah. And
you probably would have pitched at least 2 to 3 innings.
Yeah.
And that could have caused some more damage. No, rest up. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think he's going to do
it. And Taijuan Walker draws in. Now, do we have any starters on our team in the All-Star game tomorrow?
Nope.
So,
no.
Anybody on reserve except for Walker?
I don't see.
Alonso didn't make it. Lindor didn't make it.
No, there's way too many, especially not Lindor. And if Lindor would have made it, I would have been pissed because I'm tired of. Look, I know.
Because it would have been a popularity contest.
Yeah, that's the problem with the All-Star voting. Sometimes they vote by name, and it's just like really, let's be honest. Is Chapman, especially granted, he got voted in before this happened, but Chapman's playing like shit. Garrett Cole is Garrett Cole. I get it, but even he had last few starts where that's why DeGrom's like, I've been playing like shit. I don't want to fucking play the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So, people were like, Kevin Biggio was robbed. He should have started. No, he shouldn't have. Biggio started out horrible. Got into a really, got a what do you call it? A freakish fucking spinal injury. He's come back and he's been hitting the ball solid, but that you can't go based on that. You got to go based on the whole the half the season. There's been other players at that position that are playing better. So, all right, but yeah, that's it. I mean, look, I hope the Mets can continue their success for the second half of the season, but at the same time, I hope they do better because they need to hit this fucking ball. They really do. They need to hit the ball better. Maybe get that fourth starter by the end of the trading deadline, which is the end of the year, the end of this month. And dude, if they can look, I'm hoping they wouldn't have to give up a lot, but if they can give the Cubs or the Pirates, some low level minor league players and pick up somebody with like a Chris Bryant or for the Pirates a Frazier kind of caliber player, I'll take it.
Sure.
You skip it. Are you ending the show?
What am I skipping?
You're skipping one thing.
Oh, I forgot about that. So I'm sure James is out of the loop.
Howard and Kumar Rocker go to White Castle.
Yeah, I know James is probably out of the loop because I don't think
because I haven't got to watch too many games lately.
He follows it. This isn't games.
No. The Major League MLB draft was
the Mets had the 10th pick and they actually they lucked out with a guy that was
a gift dropped into their laps.
He was projected to be the number 6 overall.
The guy's name is Rocker. Yeah,
Kumar Rocker.
I heard something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched this. There was a video about this called Vandy Boys.
Yeah, he's one of
and it was him and Outlighter's son Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Somebody actually made a joke about it and asked if he was related to John Rocker.
That's why I had to look up. I said, "Wait a minute, did John Rocker?"
It was actually Frank Crowley that actually said it on one of the Mets fans' pages.
No, his father was actually a former football player, and he's the defensive line coach for the Eagles this season.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, but No, but there was this video. It's actually leading up. I think it was supposed to be 3 weeks until the draft, which was yesterday.
Okay.
And they were talking about Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker, who are both they both play for Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Their coach, I forgot the coach's name, but he was actually on MLB, on MLB TV yesterday on the panel talking about the draft and everything.
Right.
And him and Jack Leiter had the exact number of strikeouts in the SEC this past season.
Yeah.
So when they picked them up, they were picking up everybody left and right. Jack Leiter went number 2 to the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
And Kumar Rock is just sitting there and everybody's picking this guy, that guy, this guy, some kid that was, I swear to God, he looks like the guy that plays Vincent Chase on Entourage. But he got picked up. But he got picked up by the Red Sox. He's a shortstop.
He was predicted to go number 1.
He ended up going to, I think, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think 4. No, 4. I think the Red Sox got the 4th pick.
Red Sox got 4th pick? I took it was the 6th pick. All right, my bad. So at number 10 were the Mets and nobody. All of a sudden, I forget who was. I think the 9th pick was the Rockies.
Yep.
And they picked the pitcher. But it wasn't Kumar Rocker. It was somebody else.
Yeah, something Job. Jobe or something.
Yeah,
like
Job.
That.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, Kumar Rocker was there and fucking. I don't know if who makes the picks, like Sandy, right? Sandy would have made that, right? The GM.
I don't know who, but we lucked out because, like I said, so I got a message on Instagram right away for somebody that I know that actually lives in Nashville.
Yeah, it was me.
No. You messaged me, yes, but I got an Instagram message from somebody that lives in Nashville and is a huge fan of Vanderbilt and their team. And they're like, I can't believe the Mets got him. They lucked out. He was supposed to go number 6. I can't believe that he was there until number 10. So let's see.
He just literally felt.
We might have gotten a really good. We might have stepped in shit here, and I hope years to come, he's what this team needs. So we'll see. But yeah, Jack Leiter.
Can you picture with Jake still around?
Shit.
Him, Kumar Rocker, and maybe you keep maybe
Walker,
Stroman or Walker around with him.
Yeah,
and maybe Syndergaard if you're lucky, if you could.
Yeah,
get rid of him.
That's a big question mark.
I hope they don't get rid of him. I really hope they don't.
Yeah, I
don't. Get rid of Thor. I mean, I know they got rid of Matt Harvey because Matt Harvey had personal issues, though.
Look,
I think Thor doesn't have personal issues. He's injured.
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah, I know, but
I think if they get rid of
him,
if they get rid of Thor, it'll be a similar mistake with Wheeler. Yeah. I mean, at the time, because of the owners and because they, penny pinching and. All right, you want to keep one and you can't pay the other. Then at that time, if I was the Wilpons, I would have went with Wheeler and got rid of Thor at that time, because I think Wheeler had the better upside, and we've seen it. I mean, look what he's doing this year. Wheeler, like I said, is top 5 in baseball right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Syndergaard's ever going to give us that. I don't.
You don't know because he's injured. You don't know,
but he's injured this year. What was his excuses?
Major injury, though.
What was excuses? What was his excuse the years before that? He was dominant, but he wasn't reliable. Like, he was inconsistent.
Yeah, he had issues. He did have issues.
So,
you got issues.
Oh, I don't know, man. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. We're a little over an hour, but like I said, we can only hope as Mets fans that they can keep. You know what? I don't even want to say keep up the pace. I mean, yeah, obviously if they keep up the pace, they'll end up winning the division. But I really think they need some separation and they need to get better, because winning the division and being successful in the playoffs are going to be 2 different things. Because the other competition that we have, especially in the NL West or even in the NL Central, can pose an issue or a threat in the postseason. So, look, winning the division's not. I really wouldn't take it as being successful because of how weak the National League East is. Cohen wants, and he has a 3-year plan. So, look, I'm not saying we have to win the World Series this year, but I would like for them to go at least
NLDS.
Yeah, or NLCS. I would like.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with the NLDS because I think, like you said, if they're going to play a 3 out of 5, If you're going to play a 3 out of 5 and you get 2 starts out of Jake, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go into the NLDS and then you might have to play a San Diego or a Los Angeles Dodger team, with this team right now, you're asking a lot.
No, and don't forget, like I said, don't forget the Giants, because the Giants with Kevin Gausman and Di Scalfani.
But if they shit the bed in the divisionals, in the wild cards, and they shit the bed, Rojas has to be fired. No doubt in my mind, Luis Rojas has to be fired if they can get past the first round.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Sure.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But other than that, look, it's been an exciting year, half a year so far, and we can say our team is in first place, so things are good.
We didn't think we were going to say that in the beginning of the year.
But let's hope that this continues to carry on until the end of the season. See what happens.
Live long and prosper.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night.
3 streams in one day. I'm tired. 2 with you. I had enough.
We'll do another baseball stream soon. All right, guys?
All right, man.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, and I'll see everybody else soon.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.